Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder lesson number 117. We'll go through 10 words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and review a couple of examples for each. We'll finish with a story so we can hear the words in context. This is a series, so if you like this video, subscribe for more. Let's get started. Let's read through the words. Portent, Oblivion, Gravitas, Vicissitude, Exalt, Clairvoyant, Tedious, Adamant, Transmute, Predilection. Portent. This is a sign or warning that something, especially something momentous or calamitous, is likely to happen, as a noun. An exceptional or wonderful person or thing, as a noun. So this word portent has to do with something that's foreboding or a signal of what's to come. Take, for example, an old Western movie. In America, we have this genre of movies that has to do with the Wild West, that has some historical significance to us. And in that genre, the Western genre, you'll see a tumbleweed sort of go across the screen right before something big is going to happen, like a big shootout. That would certainly be an example of something that's portent. Examples are, the sudden darkening of the skies was a portent of the storm to come. The eerie silence in the forest was a portent that something was amiss. Oblivion. This means the state of being unaware or unconscious of what is happening, as a noun. The state of being forgotten, especially by the public, as a noun. Extinction, as a noun. And there is an additional legal meaning. So this word oblivion has to do with the word oblivious. And what we're meaning here is to be totally unaware, like really not remembering or understanding the things of significance. In Harry Potter, there is a spell called Obliviate. And in that spell, it makes people forget, it wipes their memories clean. So I feel like that is an appropriate spell to go along with a word like this. Examples are, the actor feared his career would sink into oblivion after his last film flopped. The poet captured the fleeting nature of fame and its inevitable descent into oblivion. Gravitas. This means dignity, seriousness, or solemnity of manner, as a noun. So when we're talking about gravitas, we're talking about something very dignified, not joking at all, something very, very serious. So a diplomatic dinner with foreign dignitaries would certainly carry a high level of gravitas. Everything would be extremely formal, well prepared, and definitely adhere to social standards. Examples are, the leader's words carried a gravitas that inspired respect from all who heard him. Despite his youth, he delivered the speech with surprising gravitas. Vicissitude. This means a change of circumstances or fortune, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant, as a noun. Altercation between opposite or contrasting things, as a noun. So someone who experiences life's vicissitudes might really feel beat down in life. I know right now there are a lot of layoffs at major companies, so having your position laid off and losing your job would certainly be a vicissitude. Examples are, life's vicissitudes taught her resilience and adaptability. The vicissitudes of the economy affected businesses large and small. Exalt. This means hold someone or something in very high regard, think or speak very highly of, as a verb, raise to a higher rank or a position of greater power, as a verb, make noble in character, dignify, as a verb. So to exalt someone is to, in informal terms, hype them up, to give them a lot of compliments, praise, and really lift them up, metaphorically speaking. So you might, for example, exalt a teacher or a mentor who had a great impact on your life and really hold them to that high regard throughout your life. Examples are they gathered to exalt the hero who had saved their village. The ceremony was designed to exalt the achievements of the graduating class. Clairvoyant. This means a person who claims to have a supernatural ability to perceive events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact as a noun, having or exhibiting an ability to perceive events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact as an adjective. So I'm constantly making the joke when I'm delivering corporate training, which is my main job, that the participants in these trainings are not clairvoyant. Sometimes I'm the holder of information and I need to share things like what website to go to or what domain name to type in. So I'll say, I know we're not all clairvoyant. Let me share that with you. And the joke only lands about 50% of the time. Examples are her seemingly clairvoyant insights into the market made her a successful investor. The fortune teller claimed to be clairvoyant, able to see events before they happened. Tedious. This means too long, slow, or dull, tiresome, or monotonous as an adjective. So something that's tedious is, simply put, boring. It's not exciting, it's repetitive potentially, and it's not stimulating. I find data entry, for example, to be really tedious most of the time. So if I have to input information into a spreadsheet and actually type it in, it's very tedious. It's often a slow go and it's not very stimulating. Examples are the long lecture on history was unbearably tedious for the restless students. Her job involved tedious paperwork that never seemed to end. Adamant. This means refusing to be persuaded or to change one's mind as an adjective, and there are additional geology meanings. So, to be adamant is to really dig your heels in, to be stubborn, to be determined. So, when someone's adamant, it's very hard to oppose them. For example, I am adamant about inclusion and about providing appropriate accommodations for students who need them in order to fully participate in classes. That's something that's part of my core beliefs. And if that's ever challenged, I fight because I am adamant that inclusion is paramount. Examples are she was adamant that the project should be completed on time despite the challenges. The child was adamant about not eating broccoli no matter how it was prepared. Transmute. This means change in form, nature, or substance as a verb. Subject base metals to alchemical transmutation as an adjective. So only the first meaning here is really relevant for us. And we can apply it to a student, for example. If a student goes to school, the idea is that the school experience will transmute that student from a learner into a professional, into an expert in their field. Examples are the writer's ability to transmute simple words into profound meaning was remarkable. Through hard work, she managed to transmute her struggles into success. Predilection. This means a preference or special liking for something as a noun, a bias in favor of something as a noun. So to have a predilection for something is to have a general preference or like or desire for it. A parent should not have a predilection towards a particular child. They shouldn't have a favorite, but it's often the case that a parent does have a predilection to one of their children. Examples are her predilection for classical music set her apart from her peers. The chef's predilection for spicy flavors influenced every dish he created. Let's read through a story for some extra practice. In the quiet town of Avalon, a young clairvoyant named Mira was known for her uncanny predictions. One day, she awoke from a vivid dream, certain it was a portent of disaster. "A storm will destroy the harvest if we don't prepare," she announced at the town meeting. Her voice carried a gravitas that silenced the crowd, though many were skeptical. "We can't act based on a dream," said Tomas, adamant in his disbelief. Yet Mira refused to back down, urging the farmers to transmute their methods from primitive to modern and fortify their crops. Her predilection for problem solving had always set her apart, but now it drew both admiration and frustration. As the days passed, the villagers grappled with the vicissitudes of their daily lives, caught between preparing for a storm that might not come and managing their tedious routines. When the storm finally arrived, its strength was beyond what anyone had imagined. Winds tore through the village, but the reinforced crops held firm. The town rejoiced, praising Mira's foresight. "She saved us," shouted one farmer, as the others began to exalt her efforts. Mira, however, shook her head. "The future is never fixed," she said. "It changes with our actions." The villagers realized the importance of listening to both reason and intuition. Though Mira returned to her quiet life, her words lingered, ensuring Avalon would never again fall into oblivion, unprepared for the challenges ahead. So, let's quickly read through these words to get a little extra practice, and I'll spell as we go. Portent, Portent, is a sign or a warning, or it can be an exceptional or wonderful person or thing. Oblivion, Oblivion, is being unaware or unconscious of what's happening or a state of being forgotten. Gravitas, Gravitas, is dignity, seriousness, or solemnity. Vicissitude, Vicissitude, is a change of circumstance or fortune, typically one that's negative, or it can be an altercation between opposite or contrasting things. Exalt, Exalt, is to speak highly of someone or something, or to raise someone or something to a higher rank. Clairvoyant, Clairvoyant, is someone who claims to have supernatural perceptive abilities or the quality of having those supernatural perceptive abilities. Tedious, Tedious, is too long, slow, or dull, something that's tiresome. Adamant, Adamant, is refusing to be persuaded or to change one's mind. Transmute, Transmute, means to change in form, nature, or substance, and there's an additional meaning as well. Predilection, Predilection, is a preference or special liking for something, a bias. Again, those words are portent, oblivion, gravitas, vicissitude, exalt, clairvoyant, tedious, adamant, transmute, predilection. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and more are coming soon. I'll put playlists and videos right here, and I'd love to see you practice in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. See you in the next video. Bye.